everyone, I'm Nathaniel Hoover, aka Flashman85, aka Gemini Laser, and you've been listening to an OC remix from ocremix.org, Mega Man X Braving the Storm by Metal Man. Tonight, this morning, whatever time of day it may be with your time zone, I'm going to not spontaneous, it's a little premeditated, play Mega Man X, but based on some discussions I was having in Discord earlier, I feel inspired to play Saving Chill Penguin for last, meaning I'm not going to have the dash for 7 of the 8 original stages. My plan is to play at least the initial 8 stages, get rid of the Mavericks, then we'll see how I'm doing. Maybe I'll play through to the end of the game, but I'm at least doing the bosses without the dash. And I'm going to need to take a break in like 15-20 minutes because I have a maple apple crumble in the oven that I don't want to burn. So, without further ado, here is Mega Man X! It's so exciting! Oh, hang on. It's so exciting to be playing an official Mega Man game for a change instead of a fan game. I definitely do like fan games, but especially the X series. Like, I just don't talk about the X series that much. As always, let me know if you want me to adjust the volume, if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about, if the fan in the background is bothering you. I just thought this was cool. In lieu of a proper instruction manual within the game, you get a real sense that you're, like, in the future, sitting down, checking up some info on a computer. It's really cool. A lot of attention to detail here. I like it a lot. Interior skeleton, reactive armor skeleton, which reduces damage by 93%. I can't imagine the amount of actual damage output these things do. Warning! X is the first of a new generation of robots which contain an innovative new feature, the ability to think, feel, and make their own decisions. However, this ability could be very dangerous. If X were to break the first rule of robotics, a robot must never harm a human being, the results would be disastrous, and I feel that no force on Earth could stop him. Approximately 30 years will be required before we can safely confirm his reliability. Unfortunately, I will not live to see that day, nor do I have anyone to carry on my work. Yes, I swear, this is highly professional live stream. Therefore, I have decided to seal him in this capsule, which will test his internal systems until his reliability has been confirmed. Please do not disturb the capsule until that time. X possesses great risks as well as great possibilities. I can only hope for the best. September 18th, 20XDX, to Light. Of course, Dr. Light from the classic Mega Man games. Title screen. Shiny, fancy, ooh, ah. Now, it's been several years since I've played this game. I have done... Oh, my controller fell asleep. Hang on. Please work. I'm totally going to need to restart the game to get it to recognize my controller. Hang on. Just a moment. Again, highly professional stream. Haven't you missed these? I did previously state that I was planning on playing more Mega Man Maker or more Mega Man fan games, but I just kind of felt like doing this. Also, I haven't really been... Are you not registering? Please. Now, oh good. Yes, it works now. Hooray. But I've been so busy with other projects, and I've been in the spotlight for like 10 years continuously. I really needed to back away and just be a consumer of entertainment instead of a producer of entertainment for a while. I always forget whether it's R or L that I like to map the dash to. I'm going to try, not that I'm going to be dashing in this, but, you know, if the opportunity arises, just to confuse people, we'll do that. Alright, now let's get this parade started. Well, I stream Mega Man 11 at some point. Probably not stream. My computer's not powerful enough to do it. Overall impression of Mega Man 11, and I don't want to spoil anything, so, you know, you can talk about the game, just keep your spoilers to a minimum, please. I enjoyed the game. I think it's finally a step in the right direction. Oh, boo! I think it's a step in the right direction for the series. Kind of restoring it to the path that it would have been on if it didn't get on such a nostalgia kick with 9 and 10. Someday, if I ever, that would have been hilariously bad if I just fallen into that pit. if I ever get to the point where I'm actually live streaming this, or not live streaming this, playing this for my YouTube channel, you know, if I live not long enough to get to this game and do an official video review / walkthrough / show-off video. Speedrun strats right here, just keep getting hurt continuously and stand back here, right? So you can just keep running, ha ha ha! Whee! I don't know if that's actually speedrun strats. But yeah, if I ever do this, you know, more professionally, I'm planning on... This is like the most button mashing you'll ever see me do. Trying to keep those crusher guys at the beginning from dropping their spikes. Whoop! Yeah, it's been several years since I last played this game, but I have done a Chill Penguin Last run before, so hopefully some of that memory will come back. Oh, jump button didn't work! Why didn't you work? I'm trying to slide out of the way. Silly me. But yeah, I enjoyed Mega Man 11. I think it's right step in the direction. Whatever that is, the sentence is. Boo. Ooh. I really like the graphics of the game. You know, as much as I love retro graphics, I am totally on board with the art direction. The music's more atmospheric and backgroundy than is usual for a Mega Man game, but I still like it. Oh no! Why am I even bothering? Just take me now. Where'd you go? Oh, there you go. Double checking on volume, please. Let me know if the volume balance is okay. You worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? These are the canonical voices, by the way. Just thought you should know. Oh yes, I'm doing much better this time than I did the last time I played this game in front of an audience. Volume is a tad loud. Volume is fine. Perfect vial voice. Okay, keep it coming about the volume, and I'll adjust accordingly if necessary. I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached full potential yet. If you use all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. ... You may even become as powerful as I am. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. I know you can not read fast enough. Yeah. Okay, volume. Mic volume. Oh, could be a touch softer. Interesting. I can do that. Hang on a second. Fixing the volume. 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 In a room. We all good? Sound mic is okay. Total gain is way too high. Clipping. Got it. Well, I'm also like lots louder than usual. So, we will not be going to Chill Penguin until very last. And I appreciate that you've got some options about how to view these bosses. I was a little disoriented at first because I'm like, who are these people? And I didn't realize you could press the buttons to read information about these people. But I think it's cool that we get this kind of info. So, I will leave it up to you, chat. Where do we want to go that isn't Chill Penguin? We could go to Phlegm Mammoth. We could go to Boomer Kazoomer. We could go to Sting Chameleon. I see Eagle first. Eagle is the first one that I see. So off to the E-Eagle we go. Beep, 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 beep. Strom! E-Eagle! So we'll see how this goes. This was actually what really prompted the decision to play through this without the dash. People were talking about, oh, you can't do Storm Eagle without the dash. And I'm like, I've done it. You can. You can't get basically anything in his stage, but you can beat him. At least I'm hoping you can beat him, otherwise this is going to be a really short playthrough. It also occurs to me, I should move my microphone over just a little bit. I did not balance my window positioning properly, so the bottom right corner of the window is obscured a little bit by where my microphone is, but I don't want to take it too far to the microphone too far to the right, because then I broke it. Cover the chat. Probably shouldn't try to jump that. Oh, right, there's the other guy. Yeah, so like I said, it's been several years since I last played this game. I'm also much better at the Classic Series than I am at the X Series. X1 is similar enough to the Classic Series. We can do Boomerang Cutter next, if I remember, if you're fast enough in the chat. I'm much better at the Classic Series than I am at the X Series, but X1 and 2 and 3 are similar enough to the classic games, that I'm still comfortable enough just picking up and playing them. The other games in the series, I will need these. I could also probably stand on the platform if I wanted to. Whee! The other games in the series, I'm very, very average at. And I say repeatedly, probably not 100% no. I may also just go into the fortress if we decide to go into the fortress and see how far I get. I can't get this without... Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we'll see how, if I go into the fortress or not. If I do, I may just make an attempt with what I have, and if it fails miserably, well, then Sigma wins. But yeah, I say repeatedly that Mega Man is my all-time favorite game series. That only applies to the Classic series. Whoa, oops. Just on its own, out of the context of being a Mega Man game, Mega Man X is one of those series that I enjoy. It's not an all-time favorite, and the other Mega Man series... Oh, it's almost hidden in view by my microphone. I like the other Mega Man series, but I wouldn't call them favorites, per se. But by association, I like them loads. Boop, boop, could use these. That would have been really tragic. And I think what it is about the X series, it's a lot of it's the extra mobility, that there's a little more going on. I like my platforming to be very pure and focused, which this is, but, you know, with the wall kicking, and the wall kicking and the what? The dash. You just keep doing that. You know, all the extra mobility. Oh, I got hit. Ooh. Almost a perfect battle. Close. Not bad for not having played this in years. But yeah, it's all of the extra movement that makes it a little trickier, and the upgrades. You know, I don't mind buying upgrades in the Classic series, but finding upgrades kind of changes the nature of the gameplay. It's more Zelda-ish, which I'm not a big Zelda fan, as a lot of you know. So it's not bad, it's just my style of gameplay is different from the core experience that the X games offer, but there's still a lot of good challenges. I love the music. Where are we going to next? We got Mandrill, probably an awful name. I'll come back to you when I have something clever. Lunch Octopus, obviously, so not going to Chill Penguin. Oh, Boomer Kazumer we wanted. This is going to end quickly. I did like the buying upgrades in X8, actually, but the amount of in-game currency they were asking for, Zenny, I think, in that one, was obscene. Yeah, so we got a weapon. We could also make this interesting, and... Right, and get hit in the face at every opportunity. We could also make this interesting and just use special weapons till we run out. Yeah, I actually... I'll take it. I could not figure these things out the first time I played the game. I was highly confused. I'm like, why am I getting shot all the time? Did not see the connection there. Oh yeah, so X8, I actually resorted to equipping the whatever upgrade it was. I've only played the game once, so I don't remember all the technical terms and stuff. But I resorted to equipping the item that gives you Zenny or whatever it is as you walk. And I taped the controller to face to the left at the beginning of the intro stage, and just continued having myself automatically walk left. Until I racked up enough to buy everything that I was missing. I am super impressed by how much weapon energy this weapon has. It is a really good weapon, too. What I do love about X8, though, is that you can play as all the navigators. Woohoo! Beep, 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 beep. Beep, boop. Boop. Boop, beep, beep, boop. These are not the official lyrics to the song, by the way. This is just me passing the time. How are you all? Guess I didn't... Oh, no! Huh? I could have used that. Oh well. The official lyrics are boop 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 beep, not beep 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 boop. Unless I got it backwards, in which case I've ruined the joke. Alright. This is, I remember, being very difficult. Oh. Yep, hate that attack, but not as much as some of the other bosses that are just like, no, we're gonna... Oh, I totally should have, like, grounded to fill up my sub-tanks. Get that timing down. Oh, right, hug the wall. Right, I can wall jump. Maybe I'll do that more. What? Where was my fully charged shot? My dropout strategy didn't work as well. Oh! I was not expecting him to, like, back up into me. Ouch. Yeah, so this might not go well. Well, it's not going well, but I may not be able to beat him at all. And I'm okay with that. Like I said, Mega Man X is not entirely my jam. Woohoo! I never had any doubt. We... I'm in a good mood, if you couldn't tell. It's nice to be in a good mood. You got hedge clippers. Whee! I really appreciate that they show you what the weapon does. Not all Mega Man games do that. Now where do you want to go? We got Spark Mandrill, Sting Chameleon, Flame Mammoth, no! Launch Octopus, Spork Mandribble, I see. This is also a terrible idea. I need more upgrades. I like Spork Mandribble. I'm curious to see which boss it's going to be that does me in. I mean, obviously Boomerang Cuwanger already did, but... Hey! I can get an upgrade in this stage. That's fantastic. Oh wait, what am I doing? There we go. Right, there's nothing over there. I'm like, why am I going this way? This feels wrong. I like that they stay dead. Makes going through this section much easier. It could be argued that this isn't great level design to just have the same super enemy in the same configuration over and over, but not very effective against a lot of enemies. But I like that it recovers the energy if you don't hit anything with it. Oh! I forget what I was going to say. I remember. Yes, it is Zappatroid. Zappatroid and I did an off-the-screen Mega Man marathon in preparation for 11 recently. And we discovered that air shooter doesn't work on anything in Mega Man 2. It was untelevised. Again, needed a break from entertaining people. And just needed to be entertained for a while. Oh, didn't time that right. Right, and I'm out of that. Probably didn't need to destroy all of you. You've just, you know, been patient. Wait had. Voop. I'm fairly certain I can't get this without the dash. Even with the dash, I can barely get that. Air Shooter was surprisingly ineffective against most enemies in Mega Man 2. As multi-purpose and wonderful a weapon it seems like it should be, yep, almost walked into a pit there just for jollies and giblies. Okay. Forgotten how this timing pattern works. Hee-hee! That's okay. You know what? I still feel like, even though X1 is not my favorite in the series, X3, which I know a lot of people don't like, is my favorite in the series. But again, it's a little different from the standard formula. It's more exploration-based than the rest of the X games. So that's more up my alley. Right. Right. Or at least I don't need to worry about, like, Guts Man, Commando Man pounding the floor kind of nonsense. Ow! Okay. Oh my goodness, hang on. I have something burning in the oven. Shoot, thank you for reminding me. Be right back! Woo! Okay. Everything is fine. Nothing is on fire. Except for, like, me. 2 lives. I may actually be able to do this somehow. Probably not. First day of school! I think the crumble's okay. It doesn't look atrociously awful. And honestly, it was only in there an extra few minutes. They said 35. Oh, blew that one. Whoopsie doodle. Said 35 minutes, and it was like closer to not 35 minutes. Hey! I was supposed to knock you back. What's that all about? Probably should have hung out on the ceiling. I don't know how close to the edge she actually... Woo! Got another one! Oh, goodbye. Thanks for joining us. Yes. Woo! Wee-ha. Hoo-hoo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, this is, you know, playing Mega Man 11 on casual difficulty is kind of like what... on a first try, is kind of like what this is like to me right now. That I feel confident that I'll be able to get through it, but it's not going to be as perfect or polished, but I know that I have the ability, I have it in me. So, I still need a fun name for you. Lunch Octopus, not going to you. Phlegm Mammoth, time to eat. Oh, why do you hate me so much? I almost went to Chill Penguin, but my start button didn't work. Crafty Octopus! Yeah, this one is not... Oh, well, I've got the boomerang. This might be okay. It might not be a, you know, complete debacle here. I'm gonna save some of that for the later thingies. Let's see how long I can hold right. Oh! Too much jumping! Okay. I stopped holding right. I've, like, never ever used this weapon, so this is exciting. Well, that's enough of that. These fish always annoyed me. I mean, maybe they're supposed to. Ha! Okay. I like that there's some interactivity in the mini-bosses and the bosses in this series. That you can destroy parts of them, cut things off, alter their attack pattern, that kind of stuff. I have to stagger my shots a little bit, you say. I don't... Yes, I think there's something up here, if I'm remembering correctly, yeah. Would have been nice if I'd been at full health to be able to take advantage of that. Beep, boop, beep. Snow. Beep, boop, beep. Beady, beady, beady. Hey, I might actually get a heart tank. How about that? Ouch. I was too slow. If I remember correctly, I do occasionally enjoy, That's a fun, different sound effect that I remember. But I like hiding under there and then sliding out from it at the last moment. Or just getting crushed. That's also fun. Perhaps it's time for him to diode. You're funny. I like you. Yeah, so I think I was starting to talk about the X series in general, or some of my favorite games. I think X1 is very, very solid. I think, objectively, it's one of the best games in the franchise. There's a couple things that I'm not as fond of about it, but overall I think it's really, really polished, well put together, well thought out, very replayable. And, you know, despite that, it's still not one of my favorite games. But I think, just because it's not entirely my playstyle. X2 I don't like as much. The music, the instrument set sounds a little funny to me. And some of the challenges I find more irritating than fun. 3 I found to be way too difficult at first. And I'm still gonna get my butt kicked. There we go. This is terrible. Am I just gonna need to, like, do this the whole time? Yeah. I told you, I'm really bad at Launch Octopus, and I don't know that I have enough in my sub-tanks to make it through with this level. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, X3 has a lot of big open spaces, a lot of kind of samey type challenges. Soundtrack sounds a little bit the same. I recognize that there's shortcomings to it. I just need to get the arms off. I know this is not the most effective weapon, but it's doing the job that I need it to do. Yeah, this is much better. If I'm just going to be spamming the regular, you know, doodle attack anyhow. I may use a sub-tank if this starts going poorly, because I'm going to run out my energy before too long. Lucky that. Oh gosh, connected. Whee! That was fun. Ha 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 ha. I did try to spam normal shots, and it didn't exactly work. Yeah, Storm Eagle weapon, so good. I like when special weapons feel powerful, that you can still have a challenging game that, you know, has actual difficulty with it when you have all the weapons, but that the weapons make such a difference if you're actually using them. Because I love when a Mega Man game gives you the ability to tailor the difficulty to what you're capable of handling. Pick a stage, folks, not Chill Penguin. Which is why I love the special weapons so much, is that you can make things easier for yourself, or harder for yourself, depending on what weapons you're using. I see Armadillo. Arma. Still don't have a fun name for you, sorry. Armoire Armadillo! It's best I could do, sorry. Arthur the Aardvark, good. Yes, be useful, my weapony weapons. What? Where's my 1-up? Home in on the thing directly in front of you. Should probably save... Whoops. That for later, when there will be more things over my head. Oh good, fill up that sub tank a little bit. Boo. Whoops. Just trying to cancel my storm so I can get it before he does that! Oh, this isn't the one yeah, it is the one that I wanted to worry about. Not that I could have gotten those anyhow. Oh well. Is it back here? Is here the one? It's been a while. I am forgetting. Chase me! Yes, it is. Doodle-dee-doo-doo. Yeah, I'm gonna have all sorts of sub-tanks and not enough health to refill because of no heart tanks. That's really funny. Chase me. Still got me. Nice. Oh, I knew I was gonna get hit. Oops. Somehow forgot about you. Yeah, not that I'm gonna get there for several decades at the way I'm recording videos. That was fun. But I'm still kind of paying attention for fun things to do with my eventual... right playthrough of this game on YouTube. I wonder, does anything else work better than this? Because I do want that horde tank. And I don't have the flame weapon. Should be really ideal right now. Oh, boo. Wow! Okay, cool. And heaven knows I can't button mash that quickly. I'm waiting for my thing to come back. I can't get my homing missiles out. Whee! Hello! Always glad to have new people in the chat. I'm sorry, you know, basically 30% of my commentary is beeps and boops, and... Right, gotta wait. And I still got hit. For sham. Not bad. This is fun. I am enjoying this. It is nice to just sit and play video games. And one that I'm already decent at. Actually, I can actually say I'm good at Mega Man X. I, in general, am not as good at the X games as I am at the classic games, but this one I'm actually good at. Unless you disagree with me, in which case, sorry to disappoint you. But it's nice to just play video games for fun. So we've got Stang Chameleon, and we've got Phlegm Mammoth. Take it your pick. Floop Mammoth! Okay. Mammoth. Yes, that's right. Good. I love it. You can all stay. Because I've almost, since joining the Backloggery over a decade ago, Backloggery being a website where you can keep track of all of the games in your collection and what your completion status is, how close you are to beating them, etc. This is another weapon that I just don't use. But should use it more. But ever since joining the Backloggery, I've been keeping track of what games I have and have not completed. And I've been trying to exclusively play games that I haven't 100%ed. And that's been taking away from, you know, like my annual RPG binge, where I play Super Mario RPG and Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, or, you know, like every 2 years. All of my favorites. All of my favorite... Right! Great! First-person shooters. I am going to do a dumb for the sake of doing a good here. I don't remember if this is instant death or not. Right, it's not instant death, so I should have just run. Yeah, that's right. If you run without, when you're at full health with, like, nothing, I think you can make it there. I might actually sub-tank over there, and if I game over, that's fine, because it's for a good cause. Actually, let me, well... I don't know, I'm being indecisive. But yeah, it's nice to play video games that I haven't played in a long time that I enjoy. Wow. Because it reminds me that video games are fun, because I'm discovering that a lot of the ones that are on my backlog are there partially because they're newer, partially because they're actually just not that good, and I was never super excited about getting to them. I just kind of added them there because I thought they were culturally important for me to play at some point, or someone got it for me as a gift. I'm like, okay, I'll give this a shot. Or it was part of like a humble bundle of, you know, an indie bundle of some kind. So it's good to go back to a game that I know I like. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get this. Oh no! That did more damage than I thought. Oh, you know what? It was because I got hit before. That's why I got down to 2 health before the end. That's fine. We'll do that one again. Sorry. This is the messy, sloppy part of the run. That's right. I am not planning on going back to get all of the upgrades, unless... I think at this point I'm going to try and finish the game. But I'm not planning on going back and getting all of the upgrades. Do a different weapon this time. Because you haven't seen enough of this one. Yeah, not planning on going back and getting all of the upgrades, just unless I try and go through the fortress and have a horrific time getting through it. Alright, so I will use a sub-tank on my way over there. Yeah, that's true, Bede might beat me to it. Bede is playing alongside. Let's see how this does. It's okay. Not the direction I wanted you to go. Not the weapon I thought I was going to switch to, but okay. You know... And after 2 hits, I will use a Spoo Tank. Oh! Use the Spoo Tank! And now we expire. Could I boomerang to get the heart tank? I never thought of that. That would be smart. And this is the original SNES version, to answer your question belatedly. Alright, now, for real this time. How many tries was this? Too many. Casual run. Ow. I don't know, I feel like it's also nice to watch somebody play who's not absolutely perfect, because after a certain point, you know, there's absolutely an audience to be had for perfect playthroughs, really impressive show-off-tastic playthroughs. But I also just like watching people sit down and play a game and see how well they do, because how people react to failure, how people try and improvise... You know, there's still a lot of room for interest when things don't go perfectly, because there are certain strategies that kind of allow you to do things perfectly in the first place. So, a little more rewatchability, replay value, I guess. I love that. Woohoo! Yeah, maybe not get caught up there. I knew that was going to hit me. Why did I let it hit me? These guys were always super difficult for me when I was younger. Another reason why I didn't get into the X series nearly as much as the classic series is because I played this when it first came out, and I was very big into the classic series, but I just found it really difficult. You know, just one too many things to keep track of. You know, with the wall kicking, I had especially a problem with. But I got to the final boss, couldn't beat him, gave up on the game, came back a few years later when I was better at Mega Man, and then I said, oh, what was that all about? Why did I just give up? You have no nose. I'm surprised my wind is not putting out his flame, but then I guess we don't need him to be too easy now, do we? I have not played Kingdom Hearts. I have it in my collection, haven't played it. But yeah, so I was way behind the X series by the time I actually started getting into it. Several more games had been released, and I, wasn't seeing them in stores. They got to be super expensive to pick up, so I was really, really late to the party. So I didn't play it early enough to really fall in love with it like you do with a lot of childhood games. So that leaves song Chameleon. Ba-ba-bum. I don't have anything else in the oven. I think we're okay to play. Kingdom Hearts is another one of those ones that I picked up because a lot of other people said, oh, you should play this. And because I saw a lot of people talking about it. I had so much trouble with this stage the first time I played this game. Just a lot of enemies that I found difficult to aim at. Can't get what's down there. Can't get up there. Yeah, this goes much differently if you don't have the the helmet upgrade. I think subconsciously I got a little bit of inspiration for the boss of Gutsman's Asteroid from this, with the blocks falling and breaking apart when they hit the boss. Now, what could I be doing differently? This might help. Although I should stagger them. Oh-ho! Like, the enemies in this stage are very straight. It's very much an enemy fighting stage, and I'm okay with that. It adds a lot of good variety to the game. But yeah, I always had difficulty with the particular attack patterns and amount of damage they took and the angles that they were at. I don't mind Disney. I don't have a particularly strong attachment to Disney for playing Kingdom Hearts Starheart. Oh, I dashed. I'm sorry. I broke the game. We need to stop and reset. I will do this without dashing, even though it is super fun. And I kind of like that you can get, like, stuck in the swamp. Like, if you let yourself sink down all the way to the bottom, your mech gets stuck and starts to die on you. Because it's too submerged. I would have liked a little more of this. I think this game is pretty good about doing it. But, like, X3, that is one disappointment, that the way you have to play the stages in order to get any of the ride armors kind of precludes you from using the ride armors in the best places. One up, and away. You're funny. You know what? This wrecks the fight, so we got 2 lives, we're going to try it. Right. And your ceiling is spiky, I remember that. Oh good, I got in a hit. Probably could have moved around there faster. Almost dodged that somehow. That's true. It does take forever. Yeah, I think for the sake of time. Ouch! And I'm sure there are ways to speed this up with just the Buster. But I'm not quite that practiced yet. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. This is what passes for commentary. Boo-boo-boo. Starheart, you're really selling Kingdom Hearts to me. This is one that I, like, never use. You know, I don't think I really realized just how many forward-firing weapons there are in this game. Because the ones that there are really good. Like, I complain about Mega Man 3's weapon set, but, because a lot of them just shoot forward. This game does that too, but there's more variety in them, and I rarely feel like I'm under, you know, outgunned. I just kind of wanted to ride that to the edge of the stage, like, goodbye! Yow, wow, wow. Okay, I should try and use this more. I used it more. Oh, I maxed out. That's nice. Boo. Yeah, I like this weapon. Continuous damage always makes me happy. Ow! Facing the right direction when shooting at an enemy also makes me happy. None of those was the weapon that I wanted to use. You can just fly away, that's fine. I found this jump really obnoxious. This would have been a good jump after getting the dash. Beforehand, especially if this is your first stage and you were not accustomed to playing Mega Man games in general, like, that's a really unpleasant jump. So you've come. X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life. And I hoped the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now it seems that you are destined to fight, because I thought the world might need a new champion. I have hidden capsules like this one. If you find and use them, you will be able to increase your powers beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X! Oh, eat my boomerangs! Still not gonna use it unless I have to. And the rest of this state, I mean, I understand that there's sort of a gap in enemies because we want to, at least I'm not gonna use it on purpose. I might hit it by accident. Thinking and thoughts. Yeah, that part immediately after getting the dash upgrade feels really boring. I know I could have broken that, but I chose not to. Hey! A Hort Tank! Fabtastic. And my shiny new boots! Boing. X1 still has one of my all-time favorite armors, just visually, not functionality-wise necessarily. The Giga armor from X5 is my favorite design, but X1's comes pretty... Oh no! Comes pretty close. Oh no! This got surprisingly difficult all of a sudden. I was always disappointed by this section here, but I guess it got harder. First day of school! I don't know why, that always looked like the excited first day of school pose to me. That's how you jump through the door to the classroom. I am kind of actually impressed that worked. Well, that was good. Yes, I got hit by Chill Penguin. Deal with it. Actually, we're going to do something different. And I got hit by Chill Penguin again. What's she gonna do about it? Gotcha! This is a surprisingly good weapon to use against him. Not that it does a lot of damage, but... Haha! Use physics to my advantage! Woohoo! Cool. Yeah, Chill Penguin has a weakness other than the Buster. It's true! Yeah, pattern-wise, Flamethrower makes logical sense, but does not work against it. Actually, in Mega Man logic, Ice should work better against Fire. But I like that Fire puts out wind. That's all very sensible. The weaknesses in this game are all very sensible from an aesthetic standpoint. Functionality, they're decent. I actually would have, like, switched the Fire and the Roller weaknesses. Not that Fire would have been an appropriate weakness for Launch Octopus, but anyhow. Finally, we found Sigma's fortress. Let's go in and out and into In-N-Out Burger and put an end to his war against the humans. Do-do-do. Alright, I'm going to try this, and if I get my butt kicked, I'm going to go back and clean up a couple power-ups. Weren't we just here? Let's split up. I'll go in first, and then you can slip in while I keep the main defense forces busy. Nope. We do see a few too many of these challenges of just be large, take up space, block my path. Fortunately, there are weapons that are really fun to use against them. This is probably a horrible liability, but we'll try it. And again, I'm going to try and go through the fortress without without dashing, if I can help it. This always made me... I like that the background kind of scrolls a little bit, but it doesn't scroll at the same rate as a normal background, so it really throws me off when trying to jump through here. This is another weapon I don't use a whole lot of. Yeah, there really are a lot of forward-facing weapons here. I like how it circled around to hit something that wasn't even on screen yet from behind. I know! What is this, an actual Mega Man game? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Stay back, X! I'll take him on! I'm trying to remember exactly how I crafted that voice for Vile. Beep, 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 boop. Boof, boof! I can't... I don't have Rush. I can't beat the game, I'm sorry. Good night. Okay. Cutscene skipping glitch. Did I know about that one? Let me see if I can remember his voice. X, don't I tell you or his history? No, that's, like, not even... I'm going to give a new voice, because I'm not going to be able to recapture whatever it was that I had before. Don't listen to him, X. Go ahead and blast him. Game on, Zero! No, that's not good either. X knows he can't defeat me. My armored carrier is more than a match for his ancient weapons. That I just got from these shiny new Mavericks. Oh, this is satisfying. It's ineffectual, but satisfying. Just pick me up and put me back down. Like, oh, this looks like a good avocado. No. Maybe, but I'm not through yet. One mortal wound. Mickey Mouse? What a worthless gesture! I can't be defeated so easily! So, Rex, it's just you and me now! What the? Where did that energy come from? It really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb, X. You are still too weak! Prepare to be terminated! Yep, that was good. Ouch. Right, I need to remember that... Ow. Dodging is good. That is a remembrance I need to have. Trickier without the dashing. So I've never practiced these bosses without the dash. 3 lives. I like that you can still pause while you're going through boss gates. Oh, I ruined it. You know what? I might just do the Buster. Oh, there's the Buster. Because without the charge up and without the dash, this is more of a liability. No me gusta. Ouch! Okay, maybe resorting to sub-tanks here. Because I refuse to dash unless I have to. I could never pull off the secret fireball. I am not good with button combinations like that. Like fighting game button combinations. Which is also why I'm rubbish at Mega Man Zero. Oops, did not jump far enough. Did not jump quick enough. I'm gonna do it. I think I'll have an okay time against... Oh, jeez. Against the boss. Oh, this is awful. Not the button I wanted to press. Oh, good. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Zero does use fighting game inputs, even if it's just like up plus B or whatever it is. You know, not quarter circles and stuff. But... Oh, right, you're... That's fine. You're okay, don't need to shoot you.
You are more powerful than you were before, but Sigma is much more than he appears to be. You're going to need an edge. Take my arm. Just beat people over the head with it. Cannon! And your attack power should increase. Good luck, X. Blah.
Oh, good! Yes! Hey! I did not give you permission to dash. Run is ruined. Sorry. This is easily my least favorite part of the game. I think there's just a little bit too much going on. Especially because these bouncy things were not introduced beforehand. Of course, I have never, ever, ever tried to do this cautiously. Wow, I've never gotten through there without triggering the lasers. That is I am impressed.
I might need to do it. I might need to dash through here somewhere.
Yeah, and this tower, I appreciate that it takes advantage of oh, that would have been good. I appreciate that it takes advantage of the weapons. I'm sorry, the special abilities that you have. What am I doing? This is what I should have been doing all along. What? There we go. All that for just that little bit. Okay. Alright, I may... Oh, that's right, there's more boss. Wait. Wait, that's not the weapon. Oh, this one that I didn't... I knew I was supposed to be saving this for some reason. Could not remember why. Dumb. Oh, I still have, Now I don't. Have this. I just slapped him in the chest with my buster. That's good. Oh, I would love to talk about the level that I submitted to the Make a Good 48-Hour Mega Man level contest, but I should refrain until contest results have been announced. I am really surprised that didn't actually do anything there. Eep. 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 Oh, good. Yes, that is something I could use. Good. That is good, too. But yes, I will happily talk about my 48-hour level once all of the everythings have been announced. This one, I am not going to attempt without the, wow, I could use more sub-tank energy if I'm not going to be dashing here. I'm not great at this boss. I mean, I guess I don't know a lot of people who are. And this one is interminable. Because my brain doesn't work quickly enough. Doo-doo-doo. Thank you, Gun Sovereign. That's nice of you to say. I mean, I guess I could, like, pause and visualize where he's going to show up. And getting the timing down on hitting him was always challenging. I'm gonna get hit. Yeah. Bee-boo. That was easy. I'll take more of those, please. Oh dear. Do-do-do. I wish you could get in 2 hits. I think this would make this... That's fine, you just keep doing that. I think it would make this a much better battle. Because it's a thin window of opportunity to hit an armored boss. You know what? I am going to use one of these. Who is also a puzzle boss. Good! Good riddance! That's a good point, Zapatroid. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Although I guess, Zapatroid, that's kind of like considering, You know, 100 years later, we're still using spoons? We haven't invented anything better? I still get hit by Metals. I am forgetting who is... Bossy in... Wow, that is taking me longer to charge up than I'm remembering. Yeah, we'll stick with it. I'm forgetting... it's Eagle and Penguin in this stage, I think? Been too long. Yeah, weapon switching to X and A is probably a better idea than what I have right now of L and A. We may just bust her this time. Wow! Crazy slowdown. Oh well. I don't know if it's my color blindness or if it's just naturally a very subtle color, but the... Yikes, I'm going to die on Chill Penguin. Notify my family. That's what I was trying to do. That worked well. Oh gosh, that did not work well. Don't do that. Hee-hee! Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. That's just kind of mean. Like, right off the bat, oh yeah, I got it! Oh, no, now there's less health to work with. Thank you, needed that. I was probably talking about something, but who knows what it was. I don't think I really got until now. Oh gosh, well, that's all over. That's fine, you can go that way. I was mostly doing that to see how long it would take. Arg, kinda knew that was gonna happen. You know, we're going up this side now. Actually, I should save this for to boost, if this is the same boost that I'm thinking of. Kids, I don't know that I can make this jump without, but I'm going... but I'm going to try. I'm probably going to die. I accept that, because I got hit once before. But we'll try it this way. Oh, wait a second. Probably shouldn't have tried to run away. Yep, would have died there. Yep! Oh well. Doo-doo. Charge Penguin shot would have been smart. Okay, fine then. Be that way. Didn't mean to dash there. Double tapping is not what I meant to do. It's in the right armor, so it counts less. Right, that was a mistake! Maybe it wasn't. That worked well. I can tell I'm starting to lose energy a little bit. Eep. Oh. I can do better than this. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. I will take that advice. Oh yeah, so I don't know if it's my color blindness, but I have an extremely difficult time telling when, that is over. When it's fully charged. You can affect me on the other side of the screen, but I can't affect you. How is that fair? I also wish that souped-up charge shot did more damage. I also like that those little eggy creatures are basically evil beet. It goes from yellow to purple. Okay. Thought it was blue the whole time. Ow. You are not behaving how I expect you to. That's better. Really? Yeah, this is not going great. I guess I got really lucky before or something. Whew. Hello, Neon. Yeah, the full charge shot just keeps looking like blue to me. All of that looks blue. Oh, dear. Blue, blue, blue. It's more the brightness that indicates to me at all that there's anything different. Urgh. And this is kind of a rehash of the previous end of stage, which I'm not fond of. Again, making full use of all the abilities, and I commend that. Do-do-do-do-do. Well, this life is going to be a sacrifice. Oh, and of course I didn't save any of my sting energy. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably not going to make it through this. I should probably just throw myself into the spikes, save myself some time. Because it's a long and tedious fight. It's not an excessively difficult one once you really get the hang of it. That's the part that worries me. I should not be standing here. Yeah. I don't think I do know about the nose glitch. I was okay with seeing this boss again in X5. I would have liked more variation, but still cool. I actually like this boss a lot. Oops.
Too slow.
That was dumb. Why did I do that? Total waste. Awful. And I'm reading chat instead of paying attention to what I'm doing. Stop reading chat. Kill the nose before the eyes while the walls are still active in the arena. They never retract back out. Yes, I do remember that. I didn't think that was a glitch, actually. I think that is a feature. Yeah, okay, so... time to get serious! That was not the correct direction. And I'm not going to dare to dash across. Well, not dash across, actually. You know, I realize that Chameleon Sting is a good weakness because you can charge up and take advantage of the invincibility in this very tight fight. Yay! Huzzah! I love that moment of panic when you start falling into the spikes before you realize they've blown up too. Zoop! Now if I were playing Mega Man 11, I'd probably name it like Mega Man X plus 1. This is exciting too. I don't think I've ever done this low a percentage run either. Right. Weapons. Actually, I should probably throw myself into a pit or spikes or something at the first opportunity. Because I'm not sure. That was not the best thing I could have done. There we go. I know we've seen this fight like this before. I mean, if you want, I can fight him with just the boost star. Isn't this magical? Yeah, we're having a fun time here. Go get a snack, everybody! Okay, come back. Your snack is going to be the death of me. Actually, the death of me should happen. Let's do this. Because now I'll get full lives and can do this without needing to redo half the stage. That's fine. Do. Alright, let's try it this way. Oh, I should have had a charge shot going in, but that's okay. Oh, I got hit! That's never happened before! Okay, this is slow. We're going to do this fast now. Okay, thank you. Oh! Weehoo! Do-do-do. Way to let me down. Thank you. Yeah, I think one of the reasons I like each Sigma stage less than the last one is they rely more and more on just straight-up enemy challenges and, like, just on the cusp of enemy spam. Not what I was going for. Live streams were never off the table. I just said that I wasn't going to plan to do any more live streams. This one was not planned. Whoa! I was wiggling the controller too much, I'm sorry. Trying to get out of the way. Fortunately, at no point did any of the dashing... Oh, shoot. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Boo. Alright, that's fine. But yeah, just a lot of fighting the same couple enemies in some configurations that you've seen before, or at least not necessarily like the same configuration, but you've seen the pickaxe guys with the bats before, you know. It's just a lot of, oh look, it's out of reach above you, what do you do? So I like the stage design of the Sigma stages less and less as they go on. Oh, still got hit. Yes, I jumped into your line of fire. Brilliant. I actually like this better than my usual strategy. Just always shoot right. Good. But I don't think I fully answered. Yeah, so planned live streams are not back on the table. But I'm not opposed to doing a live stream if the mood strikes me. I do want to focus more on finishing up Ojo's! Well, I finished it already, but I want to do more with it. I'm adding new challenge modes and achievements and other stuff. We're just going to have a bouncing contest, aren't we? Who's up next? You's up next. X4 or the original X? Oh, so many questions at once. Let me see if I can remember and answer them all. I don't know if X1 or X4 is technically the better game. You'd have to... Okay, right, I forgot he can punch the ball. That's cool. You'd have to look at my series opinions page on my website about both games. But I prefer X1 over X4. X4, I think, is far too difficult for first, you know, the final boss especially is obscenely difficult. But fun, like the crazy, insane kind of fun difficulty. And so I actually really enjoy it now, but the final boss was really unpleasant the first time I played. What could I refill? Maybe this. So that one's really up to personal preference, I think. I think X1 is the better game, but X4 has a lot going for it. X4 is also very action-oriented, less platforming-oriented. So I prefer the platforming challenges that we have here. That's not right. Why do I keep using the boss's weapons against them? Oh, get out! This is not good. Not good at all. Ugh. Yuck. A piece of maple apple crumble magically apparated, and I ate it. It manifested in front of me, and I consumed it. I never could figure out how to get this. Like, I think you're supposed to... It looks like you should be able to chill Penguin across, but I think maybe Boomerang. That somehow worked. I'm supposed to be saving this, aren't I? There's not really a good... Well, I guess... Could I do that on the other side? Yeah, I guess that works. Oh! Well, it's all over now. You could use some of this! Yep, that's exactly what you needed. Oh, Charged Chameleon Sting makes you immune to spikes! That makes it even better against Rangdabangda. I was not aware. So many things I don't know about the X games. It's cool to discover stuff like that. I like it. Yep, I remember needing Boomerang Cutter next. And yes, I can fight Flame Mammoth without... Cool.
Don't take me into the explosion!
You know, using just the Buster, other tactics, things like that, but that's just such a fun-to-use weapon. Doobie, 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 doobie. Doobie. I'm gonna do this first. And then I'll come back in at full health. Oh gosh, without the dash. Okay, so jumping to get myself off just a little bit faster is maybe... Oh gosh. Not the best idea. This is also going to take a while with just the Buster. Okay. I have 4 minutes to beat X1. Oh dear. More food magically appearing. It turned out so well, even though I accidentally forgot and left my maple apple crumble in the oven for like almost 10 minutes longer than intended. Oh, that's right. Got knocked off the wall there. Eep! Eep! I didn't want to actually aim. Doobie doodah. Doobie doobie doodah. Question mark. Whee! 2 minutes! I'm not gonna beat the game in 2 minutes. Are we trying to keep this under an hour or something? Oh, we're already here. Blug. I will grind a little bit. I think I'm gonna need it. Well, maybe I won't grind. Maybe I'll just try it, and if Sigma wins, then obviously X wasn't good enough. We'll leave this stream on a depressing note if I game over here. I'll give it my all. I should not have used Rolling Cutter here. You know what? I'm gonna give this one more climb. I won't actually properly grind. Hey, did you, like, sneak back in there? Yeah, that's the kind of thing I was looking for. X2 expands on its predecessor. For sure. Good. 2 sub-tanks. Do we want to grind? Do we want to just... Oh, wait, Velgarter. This. We'll try. Yeah, so X2 definitely expands on its predecessor, but I don't know if it's better. At least I personally don't like it as much. I need a voice. Give me a voice for Sigma. Any voice. Don't care.
Exhausted Mom.
Welcome. I see you managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive. I could destroy you, but I would not rob my pet of that pleasure. He knows how to deal with betrayers. Should you live, I'll be waiting for you. Don't disappoint me, X.
What kind of mom was that?
An exhausted one. So tired that she doesn't remember how to talk right. I'm not good at this fight. I've always been bad at this fight. And we lost. That's been Mega Man X. Okay, I will fill up that next sub-tank. I'm going to need it. And if I still have trouble with this, I may go back and get some upgrades just so we can end on a high note. And if everybody gets bored, you can go home. I won't be offended. You're probably home already if you're watching this. That's right. You just keep them coming like that. Yes. I'm not mad, but I'm disappointed. Soccer Sigma. I love it. Oh, the armor! The armor would have been smart! Yes, indeed! Yeah, okay, I may go back. That would be also why this was so difficult. I'm going to see how far I can get without resorting to standard tactics of E-tanks and dashing. But yes, I may go back just to get the armor. So I'm starting to see that I could do this better than I usually do. Okay, not awful. Still probably going to get the armor. Excellent job, X. I see why Zero counted on you. You're almost as good a hunter as I was. But the time of your destruction has arrived. You shall regret having defied me. Yeah. This is where I would have liked a little more backstory on current day. I'm impressed that hit. This is just so tedious. This fight takes forever. Right, when he does that. So now the big question is, if I somehow make it through this, do I use my E-tanks? My sub-tanks? Or do I just sacrifice myself, go back and get the armor to increase my odds? I guess that wasn't so bad. Yes, use my sub-tanks. Should I use one right now? Because I'm probably going to get obliterated.
Yes.
My wife is waving her arms around. No, don't do that. Oops, did not pause fast enough. Did not pause fast enough. Yeah, I'm gonna need the armor for this, especially if I'm not dashing. I mean, this boss is the reason why I gave up on Mega Man X originally, even though, again, I've gotten much better at the game since then. But I think I am just going to fill up my tanks, and then blow myself up, go back, get the armor, maybe another heart tank or two. So if you're bored, that's fine. There's really not much game left, so feel free to jump off. I won't be offended. I'm really just doing this for myself now, and you decided to stick around for some reason. But I like having you here, so thank you. Were there other questions that people asked earlier that did not get addressed? Because I know we had lots of questions up all at the same time. We go down with our captain, I like that. Oh no! We might actually stop here because the game is frozen. Don't keep holding start to skip the dialogue. I'm not making this up.
Can you unplug the controller and replug it in?
I'm seriously not making this up. I think I broke the game. I found a glitch. Don't keep holding start when that cutscene ends. Oh no!
Maybe just... Can you click on the window itself?
No, I can't. It's not out of focus. I broke the game. I can't believe I broke the game.
Did you save a state?
No, I didn't save a state. Of course I didn't save a state. I'm fairly certain it's the game. I have this on the multiple platforms, but I'm using this for recording purposes. Okay, save state, which I did, and come back, reopen it. I'm fairly certain I broke the game. Let's try it again. Mega Man X, Mega Man X, please. No, it is broken. I have frozen the game. I don't know what I did. Maybe I wasn't supposed to have Rolling Shield active while holding start at the beginning of the Velgarder battle. I don't know what I did. I broke it. Nothing is working.
Yeah, because we tried unplugging it and then plugging it back in.
Yeah, I unplugged... Well, here. Let's do this. I will unplug the controller while the game is off. And I'm going to plug it back in. Then I'm going to pull up the game again. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to reconfigure to the keyboard to see if the keyboard is working at all. But I'm fairly certain... Okay, so... Controller's working, right? Woohoo! And now... Okay, good.
I think we just needed to do a different order.
Bippity bop, boobity bum. What am I using? Oh, you know what? I forgot. We can refill our weapon energy on this. I'll give this another try. And be less stupid, hopefully. I'm also not keen on how we've got two bosses in a row that jump up the walls like this. Because he's basically a mini-Sigma. I'm missing more this time. Although, I guess... Can he even reach up there? Good! With my last hit. Hooray! Yeah, that was really weird and unexpected. I seriously thought I glitched the game. I will let go of pause this time. I'm surprised. I've never had this controller fall asleep on me. That is new indeed. Didn't want to waste those shots. Fortunately, you got a lot of energy out of this. Oh, gotta get my timing back. There we go. Yeah, it would have been nice to fill this up a little bit more. I wasn't thinking. Oh, yes, well. Oh, shoot. Definitely was not. I was not paying attention. I'm getting tired all of a sudden. That took me out of the moment enough. Reminder, standing with only your toe on the edge of Wolf Sigma's hand and using charge shots makes the final phase easier. I guess that's true. Catching up on chat now. Yay. The controller was plugged in before the emulator was turned on, though, Legend. Oh, I guess it is still refilling. I don't know that I want to keep filling up on extra lives when I should really go for the health. You know... Zoop! Refill just a little more. I want my weapons back up. I know, it's boring. I did get a game over recently, but I just jumped right back in because I wasn't thinking! Yeah, okay, good. We're basically full. More or less full. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, right into your path, no less. Hey! That's new! You did not do that before. Oh, this is... you know, forget it. That one's a waste. Come on, get fired up, get fired up. I'm losing steam, I'm sorry. I probably need more crumble, but I'm... No, because I want to do it right with vanilla ice cream on top. You did?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, well, it kind of tasted like that, but...
Do you want me to get you some?
I kind of do, but I'm so close, I can almost taste it. The crumble and beating the game, that is. Victory. Victory tastes like crumble. Again, I need to not do that. Let him yump over me. Right. And now he's doing that all of a sudden, which was not happening before. Lark. Not a good run. I do like being able to quit a stage if you haven't beaten the boss, but that is not the case here. Yep, that was good. Oh, joy. This is going to end up being longer than the entire rest of the run. I'm sorry. This is not something I've practiced before. I have no experience doing this boss fight like this. I am always completely maxed out on everything. I did not need another one of those. You know what? At this point, I may just sacrifice myself just to get the armor and have better odds of getting through this. And I wish the cutscene would disappear. Like, you skip the cutscene with Vile if you die. But that is not the case here. Okay, well I got hit on the rebound. Fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw myself to the wolves, as it were, and go get the armor.
Oh, you don't really have to avoid them if you want to take them.
Well, it's gonna, I think, be faster in the long run, and less tedious. Don't do that. Less tedious for me to just get myrtleized here than to wait for bugs to eat me alive. But, in the meantime, I can try and figure out, you know, what kind of attack pattern actually works.
Not this one.
And then I'll, like, hang out on the walls until you do that. And then I'll hang out on the walls until you do that. And then keep firing at you, hang out on the walls. Fire, hit you on the rebound, get killed. Pet the dog! Yes, I haven't tried that! Friendship! Don't move. Jump over you twice for his first jump. Thank you. This is good. A lot of time people are like, you know, if you hit Brightman at a certain health, I'm like, well, yes, we've established that. I didn't show that in my video because I didn't know it at the time, but now I know everything about every classic Mega Man because everybody wants to contribute information, which is nice to a certain point, and then it's like, maybe I don't want to do that right now, or maybe I just forgot. Oh, you do need to move eventually. I get it. Maybe if I played still, he won't notice I'm here. No, he noticed. Yeah, okay. So we are not going back there, right? We are going to go here and get the armor upgrade. And I'll also grab a heart tank while I'm here. Because I can grab a heart tank while I'm here. So, favorite music in this game. I think I'm going to need to dash to get up there. My apologies. If I were truly doing a dashless run, I would practice this to be able to get this without any, Actually, that might work. I might be able to get it. Yeah, good. I always forget what this guy's weakness is, though. Is it electricity? Never liked this fight too much, either. The hitbox is just a little too small. And again, with all of the weapons that shoot straight, it would be nice to have more choices about what angle to hit him from. Boomerang Cutter. You know, something about that. It was not as effective as I was hoping. Well, how am I shooting through the wall? That's better, I guess. Ow. But I like that you can tell how far along you're... I really don't want to use an E-tank on you. I really don't want to use an E-tank on you. I'm gonna use... for crying out loud. Well, I didn't use an E-tank on you. I used a sub-tank. Yeah, way too much health. This battle is unnecessarily long, even if it's for something really cool. I love doing that.
This capsule contains a new type of body armor. It will reduce damage to your systems by 50%.
Rapidly shooting doesn't work too great. Good to know. Hey. Did I save any Pilchenguin? Yes, I did. Let me out! Oh, wait, do I have to... Oh, yeah, that's right, I can do that like this. I might need to dash to get this? I forget? Yeah, I probably need to dash to get it. So I'm not going to get that one. Still trying not to dash. But... is there anywhere else that I can backtrack to quickly that will give me a heart tank that doesn't require dashing? I can get it without dashing? I will try it once. Storm Eagle. No, I don't think I can get that, even with the sled. Ow. Using Robot Master weapons on their own stage. I always like doing that. Not that this one is... Well, I was going to say not that this one is any good whatsoever.
You have to use the platform.
Probably too low, but... Ah, no. Maybe if I were on the very edge of it, I'll give it one more try. I'm sorry if everybody's bored. You can go do other things, that's fine. Did I say Robot Masters? I said Robot Masters, didn't I? No! That is not what I wanted to do. That's probably gonna do me in, isn't it? Oh! We're not getting that one. We're just gonna try our luck.
Nailed it!
I may not finish this. I'm just telling you right now.
You can do it.
I'm not convinced I can.
Can't believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes in you.
I believe in the me that has more practice than I'm going to get over the course of this evening.
Well, you've made it to the last form once.
Yeah, but...
And that was without the armor.
Still not convinced. I thank you for your support, misguided as it may be. Sice!
I like that we have some Gurren Lagann fans in the chat.
So stand still, you say. Oh gosh! Get mauled by the dog, you say. And I haven't checked to see whether the deflected shots, well, that wasn't bad, do more damage, or as much damage, rather, as the regular full shots. Maybe the game will take pity on me and upgrade my Buster again if I game over 4 times. Oh, that is not my rhythm. Have you seen my rhythm? Almost. I like how my rapid-fire jumping in the corner suddenly slows down for no reason, even when I'm keeping the same rhythm. Oh gosh, that was not good. I'm not reading chat right now, sorry. Don't want to get distractified. Yeah, just a little too long, this battle. I understand that it's much easier once you get into a pattern, but... Oh. I'm being smart this time. I'm not below resorting to save states. Idiot. I do remember standing on the edge of the platform. Ark! Uh-huh. Yep. I guess I don't need to stand as far to the side as I thought. You guys, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm no good at this escape sequence. I'm just so bad. What was the voice? Oh, it was the tired mom, right? Oh, what voice was I using? No!
You're basically using Coach Z.
Oh, just a little bit, but it's not possible. I'm a Reploid. I can't be destroyed by you. Why, X? Why have you done this to us? Without the dash, the game takes twice as long to beat. Boom. I'm really bad at the teleport sequence. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Kafoom! This was always a really cool effect to me. I like this a lot. Backwards with the monitor upside down, blindfolded and muted while hopping on one foot. What do you think I've been doing this whole time? I just didn't tell you about it. I need another voice for the narrator. Give me something.
Apparently pandas sound like chickens.
Give me a different voice. Do Snape? Oh gosh. Let's see here. The war has ended for now and peace has been restored, but those who sacrificed themselves for the good voice acting have died in vain. Give me a different voice that I can actually do. That's the...
Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way?
Not my best strong bad. I can do better. Help! Another one!
Bounce Man! Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer!
And you have Dalek and...
Dalek. How long will he keep on fighting? How long will his pain last? Maybe only the Exterminate Buster on his hand knows for sure. Da-da-da-da-da. Do Kirby? Does Kirby actually... Well, I guess Kirby's been in, like, a cartoon show or two. So I'm sure Kirby has a voice, but I've never been exposed to it. I'm like Kirby's Dream Land 1 and 2, Kirby's Adventure, Superstar, Magical Mystery Mirror. Those are the only ones I've played. Not my best Dalek either, but, well, you know, you get what I give you.
So you needed to go X-Buster! X-Buster!
Yes, that would have... But you can be the Dalek next time. Snow Mountain Stage. Ray bit. Who did Ray bite? A not-so-mighty Gunvolt, I see. Death Row Gummer. He'll gum you to death. He has no teeth. Dig Labor! I like working. I dig it. Metal Wing! Jamminger, not to be confused with the jammers from the Battle Network games.
Planty. They really worked hard for that one.
Bo Spider, it's your birthday! You can totally be my wife. Pill Changwin!
Launch Octopus.
That's not how you mispronounce his name. Itorm Sagal!
What are we doing with the names?
We're reversing the letters. We're spoonerizing them.
Oh.
Armored Armadillo, come on. Maim Flameth!
Chameleon?
Nice. Mark Spandrill.
That sounds like a real name.
Yeah, like could be my neighbor.
Boomerang?
Oh, I guess that's all of them. Oh, live. Let's do anagrams now. Magus?
That's a different video.
Rose!
That's also a different one.
Yeah. Ha. And you, as that guy who took on a really dopey challenge and somehow survived. Kudos to you. So hooray! I made it. I lived. And now we get these cool credits in this random box behind us. Like, what is that? So, closing thought, Mark Hamill? I don't know that I can do a Mark Hamill voice.
No, I think that was the Spark Mandrill.
Oh, okay. Where do you think I'm recording from, Happy Frog Games? Ugadin.
If you get to the
Elf.
and you part without the legs, X's legs just disappear.
Okay.
They want you to do Clown Man.
I can't do Clown Man. This isn't a joking matter. Not that that sounds like Clown Man at all. I'm not good at impressions. I just do random voices that maybe sound like something sometimes. So, closing thoughts. How do we feel about playing Mega Man X without the dash? Was it a fun experience? Hopefully it was enjoyable to watch. Obviously, a lot of you were here the whole time, or just about the whole time. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for playing me. Thank you for presenting this Capcom. Fun times. Minimalist X6. Hoo boy. That's just play the stage in the wrong order and then give up on trying to get the power-ups, right? Yeah, cool. So yeah, final thoughts. Feel free to chime in, chat. My final thoughts about this. This was a cool challenge. I like being able to put a new spin on games that I've played a lot of times, and that was... Right, the tired Coach Z soccer mom, whatever. You won a temporary victory, X. What you destroyed was only a temporary body. My body that takes too much explanation for you to read in one bite. In time, I will find other bodies strong enough to do my bidding, and I will return to pick the kids up from school. I shall see you soon, X. Very soon. Dot. I'm too tired for the other dots. So I had fun with this. This was a cool twist on the gameplay. I like the challenge that it brought, and needing to think about a couple of those jumps and a couple of the bosses a little bit differently. So, yeah, super cool. I'm happy with all of this. So, with that is all there is. We're going to end on this super creepy music to encourage you to watch this on YouTube, or watch my other archived videos on YouTube of my live streams at Flashman85 Live, or catch a live stream live at twitter.twitch. That's not the name of the website. It's all on there. You can read, hopefully. If not, please learn to read so that I don't need to remember what the URLs are for the different places where you can find me. I announce when I'm going to stream on Discord, Facebook, and Twitter. But I'm not really doing a lot of live streams now. I'm kind of focusing on other stuff and just kind of calming down, again, stepping out of the spotlight for a bit. And I will start working on Mega Man 8 again, recording for YouTube at some point in the near future. So I blathered enough. Thanks for your time. Good night! How do I get my mouse back?